Welcome back to the LPR Trading YouTube channel, everyone. I've got a video for you today discussing win rates and risk versus reward. So a lot of people are going to look at this P&L right in front of you here, which is my P&L for the day trading MES contracts. And they're going to look at this and just see red, 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 red. And they're going to be very unattracted to something like this. Well, you know, the thing in trading is if you see people out there that are showing green P&Ls all the time, this is what's very attractive, right? So we take trade on ABC here, XYZ, ES, and Q, and they're green, 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 green. These are very attractive P&Ls, and these are fantastic marketing tools right here, okay? So there's some chat rooms out there that run these really green P&Ls, however they do them. I don't know, maybe they are trading and you know, turning over these green P&Ls all the time. I do know a lot of people who are taking on substantial risk, such as, I don't know, a few $1,000s per trade, maybe $5,000 per trade, but their average winner is going to be $200 to $500. But you do that over the course of this many trades, and all of a sudden you have a $2,000 day. Okay, well, they'll show these P&Ls of these big $2,000 days, and you know, check this out, look at me, yada yada yada, but we don't know behind the scenes when they risk that $5,000 per trade and how much risk they actually expose themselves to in the market. So this is sort of a trend in my trading, and this is something that I'm working on personally. Actually bringing my win rate up, not because I care about win rate, obviously, but if I could bring my win rate up a few percent, 10%, 15%, I think it would make a substantial difference here in the result of my trading on any given day, as well as at the end of each month or each year. So what I have here are the trades that I took today, and we can see that I have 13 losers, okay? 13 losers today, 4 winners. Total of 17 trades. Now, the win rate over 17 trades, if I won 4 trades, is roughly 23 to 24% win rate, okay? 23 to 24% win rate. If you crunch all these numbers add up to green greater than $2,000 today, okay? So it's net profit greater than $2,000 on 13 losers, 4 winners. Now, mind you, this type of trading isn't for everyone, but the thing is sometimes in trading, never in trading can you force a win. All you can do is expose yourself to the market in the highest probability situations. And by probability, I don't mean the situations that are going to reward you 90% of the time. I mean the situations that can give you a substantial reward a larger percentage of the time. Okay? So a substantial reward a larger percentage of the time could be if I'm looking at a trade and I say, okay, this trade has a 20% chance, and these are all hypothetical numbers, has a 20% chance to give me a return of 20 times my risk. Okay? So if it has a 20% chance to give me a return of 20 times my risk, if my risk was $100, 1 out of every 5 times, this trade pays me $2,000. If these are the numbers and that's the case, are we taking this trade? Yeah, we have to every time, right? Because all we have to do is win this trade 1 of every 5 times, which is what the numbers are, and we're well in the green. Well, on the flip side, if this went south and we weren't winning this trade 1 out of every 5 times, how many times would we have to win this trade in order to break even? The answer is 1 out of 20 times, minus commissions, of course. So let's say 1 out of 20 or 1 out of 19 times. If this trade works this infrequently, we're break even on this trade. So this is exposing ourselves to high probability situations in the market. Now there are trade types that I look at and that I have in my playbook that work very often. So let's say they work 70% of the time, but the maximum return on these trades are maybe 2 to 3 times my money. Okay, these are still worthwhile taking because 7 out of 10 times we make 2 times our risk. This means this trade only has to work 5 out of 10 times and we're still profitable. If it works 3.5 out of 10 times, we're break even. Okay? So This is what we need to do when we're assessing high probability situations of the market. And I don't want you to go back and look at your P&Ls and say, oh, I'm so red, I'm so red. This becomes an issue when you have large losers and you can't let your winning trades run. I'm sure you guys have heard this multiple times. Cut your losers fast and let your winners run. This is exactly what we do. This is exactly what I do every day. I get into a trade, and if the trade is not working exactly as planned, I will cut that trade, get out of it, and look for the next one. This is really the only trade that somewhat got away from me today. And it didn't really get away from me that far in terms of risk tolerance, but compared to all of the other losers, $6, $50, $40, $50, $50, $60, $12, $25, $25, $12, $25, $12, compared to the other losers, this did get away. But one thing you can notice, and you will notice, is look at all of the winners, okay? All of the winners are substantially bigger than the losers. The smallest winner is 2 times the average loser, okay? So if we do some simple math here, and I'll pull out a calculator to do so, if we add up all of our winners, okay, 10, 16, 25 plus 11, 75 plus 115 plus 430, we'll divide that by total number of winning trades, okay, which is 4, equals average winner is 684, okay? Average winner, 684. Let's do the same thing, but on the losing side. 625 plus 5375 plus 200 plus 4375 plus 50, 50, 6250, 1250, 25, 25, 1250, 25, 1250. And we said that there was 13 of these trades. So we divide this by 13 losers equals average loser $44.50. Okay. Now let's take the 684 and divide it by the 44.5. We get a number that is 15.3. So what this means is when we lose $44 over the course of these trades, we can make 15 times that on our average winner. So our average winner is 15 times larger than our average loser. This essentially means we could have 15 losers in a row, catch one average winner, and be break even on the day. And that P&L will look absolutely horrendous. Okay? You would have 15 red trades, and if you caught one good trade that was a winner, this would cancel out all 15 of these trades. Some of the best and biggest swing traders that I know, and this isn't swing trading, this is strictly intraday trading. Some of the biggest and best swing traders that I know, their win rates are less than 10%. Okay? These are multi-million, 7-figure swing traders. Their win rate is less than 10%. Okay? Because they're looking for those trades that can give them substantial returns when they get into them. The biggest issue with most traders is once they get into a trade and it's winning, they want to take the money. Okay? They want to take the money before the trade actually works. For example, if we look at how these trades played out, let's just say I took these 5 trades at the beginning of the day. This is roughly, well, it's almost a $400 loss between all of these trades. $400 loss. Then I end up in this trade. Okay? Now, if I'm down $400 and I'm emotional about it, I get into this trade and I cut this trade when I'm green $400 just because I want to be even and I don't want to feel the pain of being down $400 anymore. Look what I left on the table. $600. Okay? This is also a huge mistake I see a lot of traders making. Huge mistake. Now, with this all being said, you're going to say, Dave, how do you get your risk so tight on these trades? Well, the way I get the risk so tight on these trades is through order flow. Okay? I watch the order flow. And I'm going to give you some examples here. This order flow combined with what we do in our course, well, this order flow is soon to be in our course, is how I get these entries. I'll give you 1 or 2 examples here. This is a portion of price action today on our auction Vista, okay, or our heat map on Jigsaw. Now, I usually have my depth of market here. I didn't include this in the screenshot because it was negligible at this point. We notice here, for any of you guys who trade order flow or look at order flow, heat maps, anything, we know that when price was trading down here, this was a larger limit offer sitting out there in front of price as price is moving up. What I look for is when price moves up and we break through that limit offer and push to the upside, I look for a buyer to replace the limit offer. Or I look for a bid, a passive bid, to replace this limit offer. Now back to trading 101. I'm sure you guys have heard the term old support or old resistance becomes new support. Well, how? Do you think it's just because your candlesticks are holding on top of each other, or because the line you drew on your chart? No. This is exactly why it happens. When a passive limit offer gets exhausted or removes themselves from the market and price moves up, we can expect that if a limit bid moves in, this is where price is going to find its support for its next leg up. Okay? Does this work every time? No. No strategy works every time, and you'd be crazy if you think so. I'll show you another example here. We have a limit offer here. Price moves up, chops around the limit offer. As we pull back, we have limit bids moving in, and they hold price up. Again, when price pulls back down in this area and hits our limit bid, price moves up until the bid is gone. Okay? This is simple supply and demand on an auction Vista here. Simple supply and demand on an auction Vista. Now, how often does this work? I would say probably half the time you could get this trade off on a buy with a stop 1 to 2 ticks below this area for a nice move up. How often does it work for me? Well, in the case of this trade right here, this would not have worked for me. I would have stopped out. Even if I had my stop here, it would have come down. It would have started moving up. You would have said, Dave, you're crazy for not taking some off. Maybe, but I have well-defined targets that we talk about in the training course and inside of our Discord channel that tells me when to take my profits, okay? There are certain areas here on this auction Vista and the depth of market that will tell me exactly when to take my profits. And I can't sit there and treat trades so different to an extreme that I'm messing with the whole depth of market or order flow idea, right? If we're trading off order flow tells us when to get in, order flow tells us when to get out. Okay, it's just as simple as that. So with that being said, this pretty much puts a wrap to this video. I wanted to keep this super simple, and I wanted to show you guys something. I don't encourage you guys to go out and lose a bunch of trades so you can say you have a bad win rate and you're still making money. This is not what I want to do. If you guys have a 60, 70, 80, 90% win rate and you're doing well in trading, keep doing you, okay? This is more so for the traders that are struggling with the losing, and not being able to let those winning trades run. I'm just telling you guys, you can still make it as traders with a terrible win rate. I want to reiterate, some of the best swing traders I know have less than a 10% win rate, and they're 7-figure swing traders. Okay, as well as day traders. Win rate is not essential. Win rate is a sexy marketing tool for most people because they can say, I have an 80% win rate, blah, blah, blah. And it's a sexy marketing tool because we like green more than we like red. So we see these 80% win rates, 90% win rates, even 70+% win rates. This is a sexy tool that these people use in order to bring you into their groups, or they essentially sell you the win rate. Okay, they sell you the win rate. And this is super, super, super toxic. I'll say it one more time. You do not need a high win rate to be a profitable trader. You just need to provide good executions in high probability situations over and over and over again. And you'll make it, and you'll do just fine. With that being said, like, comment, subscribe. If you guys have any questions, please let me know down below. And if you're interested in a 1-week trial to our Discord channel and all of our unlisted YouTube videos, hit me up down in the comment section. I will be sure to send you guys a link and get you guys in the group. Thanks so much. Have a great night.